Hello, in this video we'll speak about or discuss about Java classes objects. First we start with the class and then the object and the constructor, then the construction, then how to create an object and what is the modifier and example for Java constructors. Okay. And we will do it practically through 3w3schools.com 3w3schools.com. okay. First, the relation between classes and objects in Java. In Java is an object-oriented programming, OOP. Everything in Java is associated with classes and objects along with its attributes and methods. For example, in real life, a car is an object that has attributes like weight and so on, and methods such as drive or brake. A class is like an object constructor or a blueprint for creating objects, like the drawing of this object, which is a car. So to create a class, we have to start class is a template or a blueprint from which objects are created. So an object is the instance of a class. To create a class, use the word class. Create a class named main with the variable x, public class main. Okay. And here we put the attributes and the steps of this class. And then we have now the object. An object is created from a class. We have already created the class named main. So now we can use this to create objects. To create an object of main, specify the class name followed by the object name. Very simple. Class name followed by the object name, and use the keyword new. Java constructors. And a constructor in Java is a special method that is used to initialize objects. The constructor is called when an object of a class is created. It can be used to set initial values for subject attributes. Note that the constructor name must match the class name, the same, and cannot have a return type like void. Also note that the constructor is called when the object is created. You don't use constructor without creating a object. All classes have constructors by default. If you don't create a class constructor yourself, Java creates one for you. However, then you are not able to set initial values for the object attributes. To create an object, follow this example. First, we have a class which is main, and then the class main could include x variable which is equal x. Then we have another class which is public static void main. Okay, so we have get my object. First, we start with main and equals new main, and then we will print system out print line object my object dot x, then it will print 5. Okay, let's try this through w3schools.com. So we go to w3schools.com, as you see, and we have here Java OBB. This is the class and this is the object. It's clear, and this is another examples. We have class and objects also here, and the same. This is the same as in a W3 schools. This is the same example we used. Okay. So here we have this example: public class main x equals 5 and public static void, and we have here main my object 1 and main my object 2, and then will be print, so it will print to try it this 5 and 5. Okay, back, or we can close it. We have it back. We have another example here. My object.x. Here we have class second, and this class it contain another class main. Okay, and this main and this 5. So when both files have been compiled, main and Java, run the second.java, that will be 5. When write the second, it will call the main, and the main here public. Okay, write yourself. Second, run, it will equals 5 also. 5, because this is public and this is static main, it's public. Okay, okay, close. Let's go to class attributes. Attributes, which is include here, there is no arguments or attributes, but here x equals in main we have two variables called attributes. Okay, how to modify attributes? In this example we can modify it, and here object equals new main, so it will follow the main. It will be 5, but it will be modified here, so when we print line it will be print 40. Okay, another example, we start with 10 and main object, my object equals new main dot 5 equals 25. X is now 25, it will print 25, my object x. Okay, another example, because here we have final, and because of a final this is protected, so you can't change it. So in this case it will print 10 error, it will give error, you can't change it, it's like constant, you can't change it. Okay, Java class methods, we have the class name main and its type public, and we have here static void method, and this method print hello world. So when I use this method it will print hello world. Public static void my method, when I run this it will print a output hello world. Okay, static versus non-static. As you see, public class main, static method, static void my static method. Okay, here static methods can be called without creating objects. Okay, can be called without creating object. here public void my public method. System public method must be called by creating object. So we have to create object here of some type. So here public static void main, and here we have my static method. It's a main. So object main my object, new my object my public method. But here this is very important. Static methods can be created or called from the class without creating object, while public methods, okay, should be called using object. Okay, try it yourself. Here this one is static and it run without object, but here we have to create object. So we created object main object, and then we called it using my object. Okay, it run. Okay, this is run. Another example. We have so here we have the class main. We have method which is public, not static. So these two executed should be from object. So we have to create object. Okay, because it's public, not static. Okay, when we this method, when we call, it will end the code is going as fast as it can. Okay, time. Oh, here we have another method which is speed, and here the maximum speed is, and it will put here the maximum speed which is variable. Let's see how to use this public static void main. Here we have the class main, and here we have the objective or the object my car, which is main. Then we will use the two methods, my car full slow. It will print this sentence when it would, and then the speed 200. So it will give here 100 my speed, and then we then we print it. So when we play this, we will get this output. Okay, these are the methods. Okay, so in the public class we have two methods, full stop and speed, and the two methods are in the class, are in public class. And public class also contain the static void main. Okay, using multiple classes, we have class main Java, and we have the second class. Okay, so in the main class we have the two methods, full throttle and the speed method. Second, we created object my car of the main class. Okay, and we used the methods of the main class, which full throttle and speed. Okay, and it will give us the same result when we call main. When we execute main, what we will find what we'll find when execute main, and what we will find when we execute second. Okay, let's try. This is the main. It gives this is the output. This is the output. Okay, because we executed the two methods. Our run also, it will give us the two outputs, the same outputs. Okay, okay. Java constructors. Java constructors. Here we have a main class, and it has attribute X initialized, and here we have constructor, and we give a value of X. There, and here we have public static void main and created object and of class by the constructor main, and here we output my object dot X. Okay, so as we said before, constructor parameters, constructor it's the same as the class, the same, its name is the name of the class, and the syntax code like this. This is the constructor, which is the name of the class. Okay, and the object name and the new and the class or the constructor again and the value. Okay, or maybe no value. Also we have another class main integer model year والموديل name with two attributes, and we have another the same. This is public main. Okay, and model year equals year and model name equals name, the values. So here we will define a method, object here, and we have a main, we have two values. So when we call main, we put here in model year the value of year, which is this one, and the value of model name, this name. Okay, then we will print line this. Okay, my car model name and model year. Okay, try it yourself. these are examples of constructor. Modifiers, by now you are quite familiar with the public keyword that appears in almost all of our examples. Public class main. The public keyword is an access modifier. Public keyword is an access modifier, meaning that it is used to set the access level for classes. The access modifier, the access level of classes, attributes, methods, and constructors. Classes, attributes, methods, and constructors. So we divide modifiers into two groups: access modifier and non-access modifiers. ناخد examples. Examples of modifier: public. The class is accessible by any other class. Default. The class is only accessible by classes in the same package. In the same package. The class is only accessible by classes in the same package. This is used when you don't specify a modifier. You will learn more about package in package chapter. Okay? And package chapter, we can find it down, I think. Here's the package, okay? So the class is only accessible by classes in the same package. It is used when you don't specify modifier. You will learn more about the package. When modifier public, the code is accessible for all classes. Private, the code is only accessible within the declared class. Default, the code is only accessible in the same package. This is used when you don't specify modifier. Protect, the code is accessible in the same package and subclasses. In the same package and subclasses. You will learn more in subclasses in the inheritance chapter. Let's try this public. This is public. So we have hello world, because we are in the public static. Okay. I have another example, which is default my class, which is not public, and also print hello world. Modifier, because default the same package. We have the main, and we have public string if name, public string do. All are these public, and we can from the second, this is the class public main. We main my object, we will print my object dot f name or my object dot email. Also are this called for found in the main class, and because it's public, so it will run the same. Okay, but here private, this private, so this all are private, and this main, static main, in the declared, because this include. Okay, again, while here it's public, we have two separates, public main and second, and they are separate classes, two classes. It's executed because it's public. Okay. What else we have? Protected here. This protected person, and the class protected here person, and here we class student extended person. Student class student extended person. Private integer date year equals, and public static void main, and we have my object of student which extends person because of extended person. Okay, so it gives us this and the graduation year here. What else we have? Non-access modifier, final وabstract. We have final وabstract, non-accessible modifier. Try this. Final class vehicle. Final. So string brand Ford. Public void hook. This is the method hook. Okay. And here this variable is protected, and the class is final, also protected. So we have main extends vehicle. Okay, it's protected. We have string model name variable here, another variable. We have static void main. Okay, public static void main, and we have here the object. My first car, new main. Here my first car with hook will use hook, and the hook will print this sentence. Okay, it says my first car brand, so we use the brand. Where is brand? Where is brand here? Brand is Ford. Okay, it's Ford, and my first car model name, and the model name is extended. So here we have error. Why? Because main Java cannot inherit from final. It cannot extend from final because it's final. If it was public or private or anything, can be extended, but it's a final. It's protected. So here the error. Okay, this is final. Abstract. The class cannot be inherited by other classes. You will learn more about inheritance. The class cannot be used to create objects, access, and an abstract class. It must be inherited from another class. You will learn more in inheritance. Okay? So here also, this is abstract. Subclass inherits from person. Class student extends main. Abstract main. هنا you can students extends main because it is abstract. The class can be used to create objects. That's abstract class. It must be inherited from another class first. Inherited from another, you will, and then inherited extends main. Then you have a variable. Then we can, and is a method. But here, are there any object? There is no object here. All we will do, we will execute study, which starting all the day, and here by default they executed public study and void study here. Okay. Here we have not yet created study. We don't see it now. Public abstract void study. Final static abstract. All these are modifiers. Attributes and methods cannot be overridden or modified. Static attributes and methods belongs to the class rather than an object. Abstract can only be used in an abstract class and can only be used on methods. The method does not have a body. For example, abstract void one. Okay. The method has no body. The body is provided by the subclass inherited from. You will learn more about it. Okay. Transient attributes and methods are skipped when serializing the object containing them. Synchronized methods can only be accessed by one thread at a time. Volatile, the value of an attribute is not cached thread locally and is always read from the main memory. Thank you for watching and listening for this video. We will complete next video for the other things, encapsulation, package, and inheritance. Thank you for watching.